In today's video, we're gonna be building a DIY Flak Panzer anti-aircraft tank that shoots all kinds of things, including cheese puffs. Okay guys, we got a really cool project for you today, but before we get started, I wanted to take this time to kind of acknowledge what's going on here. So obviously we've been taking the preventative measures here at the shop. We got people working from home, we've been keeping our distance, and we encourage you to do the same. Speaking of social distancing, I got my buddy Josh here 6 feet away.
Yeah, friends, we're gonna do our best here during this time here for you guys to huddle with your families. We wanna make the best content possible for you to connect with your families, make memories, love each other, and honestly, take something that can be scary and turn it into something positive. So we just really want to encourage you, tell you that we love you, that we are going to work hard to hopefully inspire you, keep the content rolling, so hopefully at home you guys can have something to gather together and watch. We have a big project to build. We're going to get started.
What are you doing there, buddy?
I'm designing a really big tank, but this time it's not the one we did the first time. It's a World War II. What do you call it? Flak Panzer?
Flak Panzer!
Flak Panzer! Yeah, we're keeping your promise, man.
When I tell somebody I'm gonna dive bomb a Flak Panzer,
We mean it.
I mean it. Dude, I didn't realize that you were a tank designer.
I didn't realize that either. Not a good one.
So for those of you guys who may be new to the channel, welcome. But in our last video, if you haven't checked that out, we recently built this guy.
And she doesn't care.
So cool, I love
She
those
doesn't
big
care.
slow rolls.
Which is also being worked on and being painted. This is our A36 Apache dive bomber. We've been working with our good friends over at War Thunder to do a series of videos. This is a trilogy, if you will. First video, we built and made sure this thing could fly. Now, we're gonna be building a tank. And then in the future, we're gonna do another video where we're gonna have them battle. So today's video, we are going to be making a tank, but not just any tank. We're gonna be making one of the tanks that you can play in the game, specifically a Flak Panzer. Now, if you're familiar with World War II history, you might be familiar with the iconic Panzer, which was an iconic tank from World War II. This is an anti-aircraft variant of the Panzer that they used called the Flak Panzer. So we're super excited about it, and Josh is over there designing. We're gonna be building this whole thing out of Maker Foam. So we're gonna take this box here, we're gonna get cutting. Let's do it. All right, so right now Noah is working on the laser. He's gonna be cutting out a smaller scale tank just to kind of make sure that we fit all the pieces together correctly. It's just a good practice before you scale something up huge to try it in small form first, make sure there's no fit issues before you move on to the big one. So what do you got here, man?
All right, so this is the miniature body of the Flak Panzer. The tracks are going to be separate here, and I really want to get a little more detailed on the tracks. So this is basically the body. The anti-guns will go right here. Stefan will go right here.
Stefan?
Stefan. Yeah, we're going to put a
going
Stefan.
inside.
Dude, yeah, but we're going to be fighting back on this tank. It's not going to just be attacked by an A-10 like we did last time. We are going to be using the Mustang or the Apache, and we're also going to be using the tank, and we are going to have a battle royale.
It's going to be an actual battle.
Yeah, back and forth. It's not a one-sided battle. The thing I'm kind of concerned about is I want to go more on the scale side and less on the just, here's a really huge bunch of shapes put together that look like a tank. So I want it to look like a Flak Panzer. It's pretty iconic shapes, you know, really cool features. At 8 feet by 4 feet, it's going to be pretty funny with them in it because it's not going to be overly huge.
If you watched our last video, you saw all the cool airplanes that War Thunder has. Fun fact is they also allow you to play as ground vehicles, tanks, stuff like that, even warships, everything. So War Thunder has it all, which is pretty cool. And specifically with the Flak Panzers, they don't just have a Flak Panzer. They have like every model of this obscure variant of a Panzer that existed. So when the Germans first started making them, they had the first model, the Model 1, and then they kept adding armor to them, and eventually they landed on this Flak Panzer 4, which has the anti-aircraft gun on top, but it also has armament which covers up the little dude that previously sat on top of the tank running the aircraft gun unarmored, which is absolutely absurd to think about. Cool thing is that War Thunder has them all, and whether you like flying or driving tanks, War Thunder is a military vehicle combat online game. It's free to play on nearly almost any platform. You can play it on PC, even Linux. It works on Xbox, it works on PS4. It's really cool because it currently have an ongoing team of developers that are always coming out with new content, new aircraft, more downloadable tanks, ships, stuff like that, so you can always have a fresh experience every time you play. Now, I'll be honest, this is the first time that I've actually played a ground vehicle. You know me, I like airplanes, so I historically have primarily played airplanes, but let's see what we got here. As you can see, the graphics are incredible in this game. Now, the coolest thing about it is definitely the vehicles. And like I said earlier, you can do airplanes, you can do tanks, ground vehicles, you can even do warships, which is pretty amazing. And they have more than 1,500 historically accurate playable tanks, aircraft, helicopters, and ships, all the way from the 1930s, all the way up to the 1990s. So there's a wide spread of very different military vehicles that you get to experience firsthand. The thing about the game is it's massive. It's combined arms battles with over 80 major battlefields from World War II to the end of the Cold War. So there's a wide variety of historically accurate battles that you get to experience. You're also going to get some upgrades to your account when you use our link below, like premium tank, aircraft, and ship, and also a 3-day account boost. But you specifically have to use our link. So again, thank you to our sponsor, War Thunder, for sponsoring this project and these videos. It's because of sponsors like them that we're able to make these videos for you. So thank you guys for watching, and thanks to War Thunder, and let's get back to work. We got a tank to build.
The turret will fasten to your body. So when you stand up, you can like literally pick up the whole tank, but you can also turn the turret. I'm just trying to think, I don't want it too big because I want it to be cool. So the treads will bring it up to here.
Okay.
And then you'll have the top plate, and then you have the turret, which is really tall on top.
Yep.
So ultimately we're like this tall maybe.
Okay.
How well can you crouch?
How's that?
I like it, now turn. That looks like a tank, doesn't it? We're trying to figure out if we need to go bigger or if this is sized for you.
How tall is, do you know how tall this is?
So that is 12 inches, 13 inches high.
Okay.
That right there is about 5.5 inches.
Okay. 17 and a half.
That piece is
The suspense is
it's
killing.
science, man. What are we up to so far?
17 and a half.
Okay, times 500. All right, that's another 10 inches.
Okay, that's 27 and a half inches.
Another 6 inches.
Okay, so we're at 31 and a half.
The tank's gonna sit at least 6 inches off the ground.
Okay, so you're sitting about 42 inches.
All right, so there's the highest the tank will be is 42 inches right there.
Okay.
But your head will be out, so you don't.
Oh, my head will be out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's open on the top because the anti-aircraft.
Ah,
Remember
yeah.
that?
Pow.
So
Got it.
you'll have the gun.
All right, so this is the 42.
Yeah.
So I could be here. Okay, so I'm sitting here, walking around with this tank body. Yeah, I mean, I fit in it, build it, and if for some odd reason it just doesn't work, we'll put it next to the playground.
All right, what you got there, Noah?
I got our cheese puff cannon here,
Nice.
which it's a drone recovery unit.
Yeah.
But today, it will be our cheese puff cannon.
We got some fresh level dirt over there. That's where our new swing set's gonna be for kids. So everybody has something to do over here at Edgewater.
You guys ready?
How many pounds do you have in there? You know?
About how much that holds. Okay, you ready?
You ready? 3,
2, 1.
Oh man.
So that's the wide barrel.
That's the wide barrel. I'll go and put the short barrel
The short
on.
barrel on. And that's this is like an open choke on a shotgun
Yep.
where you have a wide pattern but not a lot of distance. And then the narrow one's gonna be like a full choke where you're gonna get less going out, but it'll be more constricted. I could almost see being the Flat Panther. Doesn't it shoot up and they explode and like lots of little bits that you fly through? Isn't that what did the damage with it?
I think that'll do the trick.
Just enough.
So how high do you think this is gonna shoot?
50 feet.
Okay.
50 feet.
All right, ready, Alex?
Yep.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
That went a lot higher.
Oh yeah.
I think we need to do one more thing. It's an impact test to see what cheese puffs would do to foam.
How about this? You put it against there, and I'll stand right about here. Is that a far enough distance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if I can hit it.
All right, foam test, take 1.
Ready?
3.
2, 1. I just realized something.
What?
That's where the golfers are.
Sorry. Just a little test run.
Nice.
Awesome. So you can go down and blow that up. What do you think, Alex?
Dude, this is great. A little bit different flavor than the last tank that we made.
It is.
I think I'm gonna like it.
It's gonna have a lot more character. We just got the file for the treads done, so that's what we're gonna cut next.
Cool, cutting some treads. I could tell Josh was getting anxiety about this build because he has this certain level of excellence with his DIY projects that he likes to meet. And when he puts all this effort into the fine detail, and then you just put this ugly mushroom of a thing on top, he just wasn't feeling it. And so I can understand it. He's like, I'm putting all this effort into this tank, but to a normal person, it just looks like a really weird, messed up tank. So our solution to that is we have two variants basically. He's making the top piece now for a more traditional ground attack Panzer, and we can use that as an RC tank. And then we're gonna be using a more substantial flak Panzer head when Stefan actually has to get inside and shoot it, because it's gonna have a little bit more room and a little bit more armor for Stefan to be inside. So there's gonna be removable tops, so it can be anti-aircraft or it can be a ground attack Panzer, which is pretty cool.
We're gonna try to make it look like this right here and put that camo job. So we got different browns and greens, a little bit of red, and see how the camo looks.
So this is coming together nice. You guys did an awesome job. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Arctic Warthog operations that we did.
Oh man, yeah, with the camo.
With the simple painting techniques. All right, so I knocked out the edge first. You want the edge to have that fine line, and then from there, we're gonna go ahead and just fill in the rest of the wingtip.
I'm doing this thing, act like I know what I'm doing. I'm just freaking out inside, like, I just ruined the whole tank. There's no way this is gonna fly. And then you come in, you're like, oh no, man, it's all good because it's just basic shapes. This is kind of cool too. Like, we want three-dimensional. We can't obviously make sprockets out of foam that reach out as far, but what we can do is we can use layers and thicknesses of foam. We're using our thick foam here, and then we can use thinner foam to get different effects. By painting all these separately, it makes the job easier, but when you start dropping things in, you start seeing that detail pop through, and you see this is the thinner stuff. So there's like a bracket that held these trucks together that was recessed.
Do that.
You like it?
Yeah, I think it looks really good.
Awesome. And the camo now looks a little bit more digestible. I just thought I ruined the whole thing. So now we have a little bit of a hot glue party that we're gonna do, because we gotta basically take all these layers and all these pieces that Noah painted, and we gotta start putting them together to make them look like a truck.
And then you have treads, right?
Yeah, what we do is we have this sprocket here, and then we're gonna use, the tank treads will be like this dirt red, and then we'll crack these off one at a time, and then lay them out, and then the tread's actually gonna come out above that, so it'll look like an actual belt. So it'll connect here,
Dude, that's gonna
and
be
it'll be like, so we gotta get the whole belt on. But then at that point, yeah, it'll hopefully like three-dimensionally.
It already looks amazing, especially if you take a couple steps back. So I went to school for graphic design, and I took a lot of like drawing classes and obviously design classes. And one of the things they teach you when you're drawing stuff is to, you're oftentimes you're working in here so close, and you're like, man, this, I don't know, look, this looks, you know, scrappier. This doesn't look very good. They teach you to take a step back and take a look at it. And when you look at this from like a couple feet back, it really looks like the details coming together nicely. So I'm super excited. By the time you have those treads on there, I think it's gonna look really, really cool. So we say we gotta get some glue guns warmed up.
We gotta get some, they got and a lot of hot glue sticks.
Dang, they look so good with those on
That's why I said, dude.
Wow.
That's my favorite part.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's gonna be amazing. That's so cool, man.
Dude, I just can't wait to get in it, man. I'm stoked.
You're gonna totally be the driver.
I'm gonna be the anti-aircraft
Cheeseball
cannon shooter
guy.
and driver of this awesome Flak Panzer tank, bro.
Oh my gosh. Dude, look at all these pieces. We have everything we need for a full tank.
For a full tank.
So dude, we gotta put it on these tracks. I know they're probably not done yet, but
Yeah.
can we just dry fit it just to see what it's
I
gonna
think we
look
should.
like?
Let's do it right now.
It's so lightweight.
It's just like, I feel like Hulk, when you pick up the thing. Do you remember that scene where Hulk picks it up? It's like, ah! The looks from the golfers was hysterical. We have this issue where anytime we take something out there, the golfers are really cool, but we just mess with them. And
Yeah.
we chase them and,
The golfers are getting used to the flight test culture being here at Edgewater.
oh my goodness.
I'm telling you what, this is on a different level than the first tank.
Oh,
Look at that, dude. That looks
I love it.
amazing. Which follows on Instagram at Flite Test. If you haven't checked us out on Instagram, we're always posting all kinds of stuff. All right, so you guys really crushed it with this. So what do we got to do now?
Well, we need to get, I think, maybe an FPV feed on it. We need to get the RC car to pull it because I want to take this out and mess with some golfers.
Yes, I have a couple ideas. I got some RC cars left over from Drive On. So what do you say? Let's get to work.
Let's get to work. All right, so we got to make the tank roll, and the way we're going to do this is by putting an RC car in the front, but the back, we don't want to just drag the tank through the grass here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the smallest wheel possible, and these two areas are actually reinforced really solid. I'm just simply going to cut a slot, sink this down so it's half the height, and that's going to give us clearance so it looks like the treads are working, but really it's gliding on wheels.
So we got little foam wheels here, and then beyond that we're going to be taking the crawler here. This is the Traxxas TRX4. It's been through the war. This is originally from Drive On. It was in the Tesla truck video. It has been a well-loved truck, and by that I mean it has been very well abused. If it fits, it ships.
It's like, hello! All right, I was gonna do some laser cutting and everything, and I went back and I saw some like ratty 4 1/4 inch wheels that we had. So I had Noah zip tie this one down. So here's the, like your frame rail. So it's nice and solid there. And then put a couple of nuts, and then we took an Allen key to capture this. So this will be glued to the tank, and then we'll just slide it down. It's a 5th wheel.
Thanks. All right, so the jerry rig foam wheel zip tie screw technique is complete. And we're about to see how it works here. All right, let it rip now. Oh yeah, you gotta back it up like a trailer. It even kind of sounds like how an RC tank should. All right, I'd say that drives like a tank. So now what we're doing is Maddie is getting the DJI system. We're gonna be putting it on the turret for the RC version. And what that is going to allow us to do is we're going to have what's called FPV, or first person view. Basically, we're going to be able to drive the tank from what feels like inside the tank via a remote camera. Best thing about the DJI system is it's HD and it's super cool and super immersive. So the video that you guys are gonna see is gonna be the same thing that we're seeing in the goggles. All right, so we got the ME-109. We have the Panzer. It's not a flak Panzer yet. That'll be the next video in the battle. But I wanted to ask you guys to subscribe. It really does help us out a ton. It really allows us to do what we do. Not only these cool projects that we have fun with, but it also allows us to make these free videos for you. Time to go on a little tank adventure here at Edgewater.
All right.
You ready? All right, so I'm under the hood. Oh my gosh, dude. First experience under the hood. The view is like I'm peeking my head right out the top of a tank. Oh man, how cool is this? So, and it actually, the little crawler is doing a great job, especially considering we got quite a bit of rain last night. As you can see, there's puddles and mud. I'm gonna try to go across this bridge here. Hopefully I don't get stuck. I don't have the greatest visibility, I'm not gonna lie.
Go to your left a little.
There we go. All right, I'm back in business.
You're back in business?
Yeah.
That incline's hard.
Yeah, the thing about tanks is you gotta take stuff slow, especially when you're on a bridge here, but you don't wanna go too slow because you could have a Apache dive bomber coming at you to take the bridge down. Luckily, I just saw my Messerschmitt buddy just fly right over.
This feels like the best game of make-believe ever.
I know. All right, I'm heading right towards the headquarters. It really handles surprisingly well. Okay, so I think I see some people over here.
You gonna mess with them?
I'm gonna go under the willow tree here. So this is our community area. Oh dang, there goes Maddie. This is our community area where, if you guys aren't familiar, we bought a golf course about 1.5 years ago, and that's thanks to our awesome community. We kind of crowdfunded it. It's an amazing story, and you can find videos on that. But this is our little pavilion that we just built last summer, and this is where you, if you're in the Northeast Ohio area, you can come and actually fly. And so I'm looking for some people. Yep, there's a person right here.
I think someone's like, dang.
Shooting right at this guy. All right, I'm gonna turn around. The guy's looking right at me.
Yeah, in case you guys are wondering, we still actually run 18 holes here, and what we do is we shut down the golf as we need it for big events, but then we bring it back, and we got about 25 acres of developed flying field, soon to add another whole quad racing course.
Oh, there you go, dude. Nice. Dang, dude. There's something kind of crazy and weird about being in a Panzer, seeing a ME-109 fly over. Now, this next bridge here is a little bit narrow, I think.
Oh no, you're going for it?
Should I?
Yeah, I think so.
Do it, man.
How's it look? Does it look like I'll clear it?
Here, let me go in
got
front
this.
of you.
Dude, it's gonna be tight.
Dude, I think you got it though.
Pretty far away.
You got it.
I love this. It's like,
I'm playing third person view right now. It's actually working pretty well, but there's a delay in the camera and there's a delay on the steering just because of the way the tow hitch is hooked up.
all right.
So I gotta
going
take it.
for it.
I'm gonna give my brother some air support. I'm gonna try to thread the needle here. I may put this in a tree.
Yeah, I'm very vulnerable on the tank.
Oh no, there's a tree.
So I'm very vulnerable on this bridge, especially as you can see, we had high water. We got a bunch of rain last night. And so I need my air support to really protect me while I'm vulnerable on this
My
bridge.
depth perception's never been very well either. You see me?
Here you go, dude. Nice.
All right. Thread the needle.
Nice, dude. Look at that.
You made it!
Cool. All right, I'm going back under the hood. She's pulling a little bit to the left here. Actually, I have a trim here. Let's see if I can trim that out.
Here, I got a little gap here. We're gonna give you some low end cover
Whoa! You almost hit me.
That was crazy.
Dang, dude.
That was
there. Dude,
crazy.
he's my brother, man.
There we go. Nice.
I'm gonna buzz my buddy.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna go just down by this water side right here. Dang,
Oh
Josh.
my goodness, dude.
That was
This
insane.
feels like a reenactment.
I know, dude. And the paint jobs on both of them look so cool. This is crazy. I'm right by the river. Oh my gosh.
I don't know how close
Can you
were
come
to
down straight at
Austin.
me? I want to see that.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right, I'm parking it right here by the river.
Here we
The
go.
river is currently raging, so you don't want to crash in there. Oh man, my Messerschmitt buddy. Nice.
Did I get over yet?
I think my battery is about dead
Are we
too.
there?
Yeah.
It's carrying a lot of weight.
Yeah, poor little crawler.
All right, well,
Watch this, I'm gonna run into Maddie.
you hit Maddie with a tank.
Yeah, I was terrified right there, dude.
ME 109 coming in for a landing after a successful patrol mission.
Oh yeah.
Look at that thing. Ooh, that looks
Right on the ready
awesome.
board runway.
That is a cool Master Series plane.
Oh man, I can't
Looking
wait.
forward for that. So if you guys didn't see the first video, we built a giant scale version of a Mustang, which is going to be a dive bomber, and we are going to be putting that to battle with the tank. Huge shout out to War Thunder, because this is an awesome trilogy of fun DIY projects. And of course, thanks to you guys for watching.
See you next time.
See you guys in the next one for the battle.
A Flak Panzer. Flak Panzer. Flak Panzer. Flak Panzer.